Good morning. Welcome to Relax and Paint. And this morning I have some pretty flowers I wanted to share a little bit. Oops, I realized I need some yellows. A little bit of fun painting and like breaking down a flower so you can see simple ways to make it happen. This is the Donna Dewberry channel, and I am the creator of the one stroke painting technique. And so I love coming on and sharing with you. So if you haven't subscribed, if you've always wanted to learn how to paint, come join me. And I have practice strokes. If you go to the beginning of the practice strokes, like way back, and I take you step by step through all kinds of how-to learning um, for the beginner. So, and lots of technique and details about one-stroke painting and how to use tools and how to use brushes. There we go. There we go. Multi-surface. So what happens is it's got a sealer in it. It works on all kinds of different surfaces, indoor, outdoor, um, glass, metal, ceramic, those wine glass fun paintings that people do. And I'm going to paint on art paper today. So let's just get started. I'm going to use floating medium, this medium right here. Oops, right there. Yes, right there. That is the fluff that's inside paint with no pigment, no color. So we use that instead of water. Now I do take my brush. These are my one stroke brushes. I have signature brushes that are the best quality, but when we're starting, I like that a lot of people get my value pack of brushes, great price on my website, and all that's available for you to see right here. All right, so I like to share the tools with you. Be sure when you subscribe that you ring the bell, and that will let you know when I'm going to be on, because I do lives where I give special pricing and more. Okay, so go check out our site and let's get painting this morning. All right, so let's start right here. And I'm going to use, like I shared with you, in my kits, in my value pack of brushes, I have the 3/4 flat brush, but lots of times people would rather use a 16. So it's a little bit smaller. So just let you know, grab a 16 while you're there. If the value pack is $20 or less, depending on if you're using your discount code from my website. Okay. I mean, from my YouTube channel. All right. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here with some floating medium and pick up white. Okay, this is wicker white. All right. And I want you to see, I can put a teeny bit of citrus in here, just a little bit to give it a glow. All right. And I see it looks like I've got a lot of water in here. So I'm going to lay this on the paper towel and let that run out because we don't want to have that there. And then come back in here. I do have a double loader that helps people learn how to load, so go check that out on Practice Strokes. All right, so that's the back pedal, and this is going to be a bud. So look, I'm going to come in here. See, I've got to be able to see white. I don't see white. There we go. All right. Okay, so that's a bud. And then I'm going to come in here and let's do this larger flower. And actually, I'm just kind of making this flower up because I want to do all these pretty petals. I It's kind of the mix of a peony, but then it has a center that I don't think comes in a peony. So I saw it in a flower arrangement, so we are just going to paint it and just know it's a pretty flower. Now, do you see I come over and pick up paint almost every stroke? Let's see, look at the jagged outside edge. You see that? Now, I can just barely touch. See how I barely touch that pink color? So I can put a little bit in here, just here and there, just little bits. See, just teeny bit of pink. I don't know if you can see that very well, but it's going to make a difference in what you're painting. All right. Okay. All right. So I just like pretty layers. All right. I'm going to let that set for just a minute. And while that's sitting, I'm going to go to the 16 and I've already wet it. So now, and dried it on the paper towel. Now I'm going to come right in here and load that brush really well. Go check out my double loader on Practice Strokes. Just look for double loading or loading your brush. There's all kinds of pretty ones there. Okay, so I'm gonna come to here and I'm gonna have a couple of stems out in here. I just like this to be relaxing and peaceful. I'm gonna pick up a little bit more of the Juneberry. I'm not telling you that's Juneberry. This is citrus green and this is classic green. I'm sorry. I'm not doing my job. All right. So I'm going to come right in here. Now, let me show you. I'm going to pick up a touch of white. So not just double loaded, but multi-loaded now. Okay. And more medium. Work it in. Okay. Okay. And a little bit more white. See, I'm dipping. I think I put some more Juneberry in there. Watch this. Touch, pressure, more paint. Touch on the chisel, pressure, stand up on the chisel. All right. Okay. So see, it's just got some pretty color on it. And I'm going to come in here and do a bud. Okay, we're going to see what that's going to look like, right? Okay. So I want to wipe this off. And I'm going to get white and some Juneberry. Okay. And I'm going to come right in here and have a little bud there. Okay. And then in here, I'll put a little bit of Juneberry in there. All right. Now watch what happens in the middle. All right. I'm going to pick up Juneberry with some white. And you know what? I think I need some bright pink. It's like a neon color. See? And I usually tell you to only put this on top of it after you stroke it. You want the neon on last, but I want you to see. I need plenty of, need plenty of this zigzag look in here. All right. Mm, okay, sorry, I had a little technical difficulty there. All right, so we're gonna come up here. See how I put a little bit of this neon? So I'm putting neon in here with a bright pink. And then I'm gonna come put some heavier Juneberry in here. See how pretty that color is? Like you got both colors in here. I even put a little bit of the dark in here. Okay, a little bit more. There. Okay. So I'm gonna let that dry for a few minutes and go work on my lavender flowers I'm gonna put here. This is my heat pen. These are on my site too. It's really good for glass and other things that you just want to heat it up for a minute. See, I can't put my yellow center until that's dry some. And keep moving it, especially when you're on glass, so it doesn't bubble up the paint. All right, but I don't have patience because I like to paint quicker. All right, so while I'm waiting for that, I am going to pick up my mop brush. This is a fun new brush that I have that comes in a set of 2 sizes, okay? And I had it right in front of me, but I'm just going to keep going. All right, so I'm going to pick up some, I'm using this not wet right now. I'm just going to pick up white and lavender. This is violet pansy. And then grab some medium. Okay, so I want some of this color in the background. Okay. And I can put a teeny bit to bring the color in. Okay. Okay, so we're going to pick up a little bit more purple. And I'm going to show you how fun it's going to be when I put these little flowers. So it's just kind of nice to put a little sprinkling of a background color. Put a little bit in here. All right, so that's the mop brush. And usually on most, I will shape petals and stuff when I'm doing leaves and petals that are larger. I will use this mop brush and blend that in. And I do a lot of watercolor backgrounds with the 2 brushes. There's this one and a larger one, okay? That come in the set. Oh, here's the larger one. There you go. All right, and they're natural hair, goat hair. And so they're a really good price. All right, so we're gonna do a small brush, okay? I am gonna pick up, we could use our 6, but a 2, let's get a 2 and a 6 so you can see the 2 different ones, okay? These are all flat brushes. I love to use flat brushes. And I can use some neon purple on this. And I can add a little bit of white. This is a 2 and some purple, violet pansy. Okay, so now look what happens. I'm going to come right in here and just do little, let me show you, little strokes. I don't know if y'all can see this. There we go. So I can then come in with some white and do a little bit of light colors. Okay. All right. So I'm going to come here and there and have these little lavender colors because I'm just adding white to the violet pansy to get that. We do have lavender, but I like to have the mix of colors together. 5 little petals, and you can just do on a few of them. You don't have to um, do them all. Now, this is neon purple. I have a whole set of neons that I tell you guys to get neon pink, purple. We have a green neon. We have blue, yellow, and orange. So I use it a lot during the holidays. So just be thinking, now that's the neon. The neon's gonna pop as this dries really crazy good. Okay, so then I'm gonna come in here. See, I've got this gray. This comes in a pad of gray tones. I love that it shows you true color. See, when you're on this gray, you get some really pretty colors. All right, so you don't fill the whole thing. You don't worry about it all being covered. I can come in here now, and I can also slip sap and give little bits of flower illusion in the background. Okay, but then I can come in here and just add a few petals. And then you can do some that are a little bit more exact. Isn't that kind of fun? Just a few. Oh, I can come in here with like classic green, and I can just add a few more leaves here and there. I like also coming with Juneberry and green. Come in here with different colors. You can add purples in there. See how that just adds. Let's get medium. Let's pick up colors. You just little colors mixed in really adds to your piece. I hope you're liking this. I'm just sharing some little strokes that you can do. And when you're all done, it's like, and step back from it. This is like a fun little greeting card you could do, even on a smaller basis. If you want to do something smaller, you just go to a smaller brush, guys. Same exact stroke, just a smaller brush. Okay, so I got a lot of paint here left. So one thing I can tell you is I love to just cover it up, save it, especially if it's in my double loader. It's got a lid to save it. And then you can come back and paint greeting cards. I love doing greeting cards with my leftovers or bookmarks to give to people. Because whenever they're reading, I love to do it for scriptures, and wherever they're reading the scriptures, they are seeing what you painted. Okay, I forgot. I wanted that darker in there. Okay. All right, let's add the last little piece to this, and that is taking white and moon yellow. All right, so I'm going to make little stamen, little teeny strokes. See how that comes around? Grab some white, and I'm up on the chisel, just on the edge. I do have a one script liner you can use, but there's something about using this chisel that gives you some blending and shading and highlighting as you go. And that's not as easy with just a liner. Okay. Right now I'm going to put a little bit on top. See? Touch, 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 touch. And I wanted that darker to show through the Juneberry. But watch this. Now I can just come in with a teeny bit of white here and there. And that just gives it a bright highlight. So just a couple of little flowers, a couple of little leaves, showing you how you can make yours something different. A different type of flower. Those little flowers here. And I'm going to sign it and share it. And I usually sign with green. Thank you for being on with me this morning. No matter where you are in the around the world, it's wonderful that we can share painting together. Be watching for my lives. You have to subscribe and ring the bell, and I'll tell you every time I'm going to be on, guys. All right. Thank you. See you next time.